I've got some leftover chicken thigh and some mushrooms from a previous video that we've done, and I thought what better way to use them up than to make a one-pot creamy garlic mushroom chicken. In front of me I had 300 grams or 10.5 ounces of Swiss brown mushrooms. They're also known as cremini mushrooms. And all we need to do with these is just quarter them, and you can also slice them if you wanted to. Along with that, I've also got 5 cloves of garlic that I've just pushed down with the side of a knife to crush to activate the allicin compound, and then roughly chopped. You can also slice it or grate it if you wanted to. And then along with that, we've got 2 grams of parsley and 2 grams of thyme. And this is just going to be roughly chopped. Just make sure there's no large leaves or stems. And if your stems are quite woody, just make sure you pick off the leaves. As far as everything else goes, we've got some chicken thigh. This is boneless and skinless. Some cream, which is thickened cream, also known as heavy cream. Dijon mustard, whole grain mustard, a little bit of chicken stock, as well as some honey. And that's pretty much it other than salt and pepper. Let's get straight into it.
Now the first thing we want to do is add 700 grams or 1.5 pounds of boneless and skinless chicken thigh to a bowl, add in the garlic that's been roughly chopped, along with 60 grams or 2.1 ounces of whole grain mustard, 20 grams or 0.7 ounces of Dijon mustard, and I must say both mustards are interchangeable, you can use one over the other, and we're also going to add in 60 grams or 2.1 ounces of honey for that nice sweetness and a fantastic flavour at the end. Season to taste with salt, and when I say season to taste, it doesn't actually mean taste, it just means to your liking, along with cracked black pepper, 20 cracks worth. Then get in there with your hands, a spoon or some tongs, and just mix everything until all of the chicken is incorporated in that marinade and there's no little hidden areas where it isn't added. You can leave this to marinate for up to 48 hours, or you can use it straight away. Now when you're ready to cook, place a large high-rimmed pan over a medium-high heat. Add in 1 tablespoon of olive oil, get this nice and hot to the point it's just starting to smoke. Then we can add in the mushrooms. We're going to cook these for about 6 to 7 minutes, and I do recommend seasoning them as well here. This will help the moisture evaporate and get that nice nutty flavour. I'm just adding in a pinch of salt and 20 cracks of black pepper. Mix these around, cook these for 6 to 7 minutes. The moisture will start to release. That's what brings out that delicious flavour and that gold nutty look. Then we can remove these and just place them into a bowl for the time being, and we're going to place that same pan back over a medium-high heat. Add in another 1 tablespoon of olive oil, get that nice and hot again. Then we can start to add the chicken. If your pan isn't big enough, you will need to do this in batches. Fortunately, my pan is large enough to be able to do this in one batch, so it just cuts a lot of time off there. Then we can sear this for about 4 minutes on each side. We want to get that beautiful golden colour and that nice sear. Then once we have that done and the chicken's been cooking for a total of 8 minutes, we can add in all of the remaining marinade that was left behind in the bowl. This is going to help create the sauce and create a beautiful flavour. Deglaze the pan with 125 milliliters or 4.2 fluid ounces of chicken stock. Just cook this for about 2 minutes, mixing it really well. Make sure you get that marinade mixed in there as well, and the chicken stock's going to bring up all of the flavours that the chicken left behind on the bottom of the pan. Once reduced, add 400 milliliters or 13.5 fluid ounces of thickened cream, also known as heavy cream, and then we can add in the herbs that we chopped up just for that infusion of flavour. It will go really well with the honey and the mustard. Then season to taste with salt and cracked black pepper, 20 cracks worth. Let's then get in there and mix this all together for all of those flavours to become friends. We're going to bring this up to a simmer, then reduce the heat to low and cook this for about 8 to 10 minutes until the cream has thickened and coats the back of a spoon, or if you put a spatula through it, you can see the bottom of the pan. Once you have that done, we can add in the mushrooms. Make sure you scrape the bowl because there will be a little bit of juice at the bottom of that. It's all extra flavour. Then we can mix this all together, cook it for about 2 minutes just to get the heat through the mushrooms again. Then remove this from the stovetop and be sure to check it for seasoning one last time before you do that. As for serving, this will serve 4 people. For the purpose of this video, I'm using 3 chicken thighs just to bulk it out a little bit. And a good portion size for this is 2 chicken thighs per portion. Make sure you top it off with any of the remaining sauce in the pan. Make sure you get the mushrooms in there as well. And you can serve this with anything of your choice. Mashed potato, some salad, chips, pasta, whatever you need to do. I'm garnishing this with a little bit of flat leaf parsley that I left aside from the beginning, as well as some cracked black pepper, 10 cracks worth. And to finish it off, I'm serving it with some toasted ciabatta bread. But like I said, you can serve this with whatever you want. And there we have our creamy honey mustard chicken and mushroom. It's super easy to make and tastes delicious.
So there we have it, our 1-pot creamy garlic, mushroom and chicken. One of the things I like about this is you can serve it with all sorts of different stuff like pasta, rice, mash, or like what I've done with some bread. There is only one thing left to do though, and that is, of course, we can then dig in.